Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of the Pokemon Safari Guide. Today we will be covering the Pokemon Weavile, Galar number 293, National number 461. Weavile is known as the Sharp Claw Pokemon. It evolves from Sneasel when leveled up while holding a Razor Claw at night. Its egg group is the Field Egg group. On the left is the non-shiny sprite, and on the right is the shiny sprite. Personally, the shiny sprite looks much better to me, but some people might not think so. It was first introduced in Pokemon Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum. It is 3 foot 7 inches tall, and it weighs about 75 pounds, so it's not very big. Gender ratio, 50-50 male to female. Type, primary dark, secondary ice, which means that it has weaknesses to steel, fire, rock, fairy, bug, and a 4 times weakness to fighting, so you gotta watch out for that. It does have an immunity to psychic and resistances to ghost, dark, and ice, however. So, not a defensive Pokemon by any means. I've retrieved these Pokedex entries from Bulbapedia, and we'll look at the Diamond and Pearl, and then the Sword and Shield. In Diamond, they said they live in cold regions, forming groups of 4 or 5 that hunt prey with impressive coordination. In Pearl, the Pokedex states that it sends signals to others by carving odd patterns in frost-covered trees and ice. Eventually, in Sword and Shield, they attack their quarry in packs. Prey as large as Mamoswine easily fall to the teamwork of a group of Weavile. In Shield, with its claws, it leaves behind signs for its friends to find. The number of distinct signs is said to be over 500. So this is a highly intelligent Pokemon. The picture to your left will show the abilities and base stats for Weavile, which I retrieved from Smogon. Its abilities are Pressure, which means that by putting pressure on the opposing Pokemon, it raises their PP usage. So they use more PP every time they use a move. It does have a hidden ability in Pickpocket though, which means that if it is not holding an item, whenever physical contact is made from the opposing Pokemon, whenever they attack, Weavile will steal an item. So if you're not using knockoff, it is a good way to take an item from an opponent whenever you get in trouble. He has really high attack stat and a really high speed stat, and everything else is pretty average. Special attack stat, not important. But because of the high speed stat and the high attack stat, your focus is entirely going to be to hit hard and hit fast. This is the Ice Assassin standard build, and this is what I typically like to run on Weavile. Max out attack 252 EVs, max out speed 252, Jolly Nature, and this will bring his speed stat to about 383, which will tie a Dragapult that is not speed, that does not have a speed nature. That is how fast this Pokemon is. I like to run the Choice Band because he's going to hit hard on most Pokemon, even on a switch in. Ice Shard is a priority move for Pokemon such as Dragapult that are going to have the speed edge on him. Triple Axle is a new move introduced in the Isle of Armor. It hits 3 times and gets stronger with each hit. It has a 90% accuracy though for each hit, but it goes from 20 to 40 to 80. So it hits really, really hard. Or 60 is the last one, I believe. And each one has a chance to crit. Weavile, once once he gets going with Triple Axle, is almost unstoppable to beat. Alternative items. You can use Choice Scarf, or you can use no item and combine it with the Pickpocket ability, but you're not going to hit as hard. If you want to run Choice Scarf, that's just to make sure you outspeed all other Choice Scarf users. On his moves, also Throat Chop is just a stab move. Unfortunately, Weavile doesn't have knockoff anymore. And Psycho Cut is to help protect from that fighting weakness. It's just a kind of a way to eliminate that 4 times weakness to fighting. Alternative stats, you could run Adamant Nature with a Choice Scarf if you wanted to. I don't think that it's going to hit as hard as Choice Band with Jolly, but it will be faster. You can use him as a revenge killer, but most of the time, if he has a good type advantage on the Pokemon, he's going to kill it. Alternative moves, Icicle Crash, which used to be the meta before Triple Axle, but you have to use egg moves to get it, and it just doesn't hit as hard as Triple Axle does. Low Kick, this is just kind of the Low Kick, Poison Jab, Brick Break, Beat Up, Shadow Claw, Thief. These are just kind of like some type coverage moves. Like if you know your team has a weakness to, say, Steel types or Rock types, you can run Low Kick, because a lot of those Pokemon are very heavy and Low Kick will hit them pretty hard. And then same with Poison Jab. If you have a fairy weakness, Poison Jab is very useful. Beat Up is just useful for if you have a justified Pokemon. Shadow Claw, Thief, X-Scissor, just type coverage moves. But I just wanted to let you be aware that he does have that move pool, so that you can kind of pick and choose. Because Throat Chop is pretty good for the stab, but also Psycho Cut, that spot is entirely your own. You can choose whatever you want. I just choose Psycho Cut to cover my fighting type weakness. I created this build on Pokemon Showdown. It's a very useful tool if you're not using it. Definitely try to use that to see your stats. And finally, this has been a product of Couch Pilot Games. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Couch Pilot Games, or you can join us at Facebook at Couch Pilot Games, where you can get updates on all things dealing with couch aviation. We also have a Pokemon Draft League, and you are more than welcome to join us on Facebook and watch those competitive videos. They are live action videos of, well, not live action, it's animated obviously, but they are live, action videos of competitive Pokemon matches between some of Couch Pilot's best Pokemon content creators, and they are very entertaining. Thank you so much for your time.